Well, before I get started, let me just say right now, I want to say happy birthday to my American friends. Not each and every one of them, but to their country. And for that, I got a good old bottom shelf beer that I'm going to cheers right to you right now. Cheers to my American brothers and sisters. How's that for an intro? I'm Johnny No Cash. Welcome back to the podcast. You are listening to a brand new episode of Life with Johnny No Cash. And that's exactly what I'm going to talk about today. I want to talk about where I'm at. This is, trust me, down the road, I'm going to talk about more broad things, but I haven't been doing the podcast for such a long time. So much has changed, and I just want to kind of give everybody an idea of where I'm at right now. So then it never gets asked again. Not that it has been. It's just, I feel like I just want to kind of start this season off where everyone knows where the fuck I'm at. So that's exactly what today's episode is going to be about. But don't worry, there's going to be lots of fucking swearing, lots of fucking drinking, and lots of fucking smoking. So it's still going to be entertaining as hell. So grab yourself a drink, get yourself a chicken wing, and let's just get right into it. Hit that intro right now.
I'm living in a van playing outlaw tunes. Life with Johnny No Cash. Smoking them smokes and drinking that booze. Life with Johnny No Cash. Where I go, how the fuck I'll know. I'm off the grid on dusty roads. There ain't no better way of eating beans.
That is a good intro. And I think, in, lieu of this episode, I think it is time for me to change it up. I mean, I'm pretty stretched on time, but I will, I think, make the time to make a new intro. Not just about the podcast, but it is a new chapter in my life, kind of. And I that's what I want to kind of really dive into. As y'all know, I started out doing van life in like a 98 Dodge I called Old Dusty. And I had built it myself, and I had gone through some fucking wild times in that. But I was up for the challenge. I really was. And it was something that I like balls deep, into this lifestyle. This was still, we were going through the COVID era, and I was balls deep into this kind of whole new chapter of life and challenge. And it kind of evolved from there. I got a new van, and then from that van, and again, more incredible adventures. And then from that van, I got a trailer, and I was right on the Fraser River, had this fucking sick spot. It was unfucking real, to be honest. I think the property was worth like almost $4 million. Now, it didn't look like it was worth $4 million, but if you have any fucking kind of property on the Fraser River, it's worth cash. Good fucking whole salmon cash. And it was dope. But it was April of this year, I got in this, to be honest, I think I was beyond civil. And I think I'm civil in most situations. I can understand people's sides. And there was a bit of a clash as far as like how long I was supposed to stay there. Now, mind you, I was paying rent. So I wasn't just fucking freeloading. I was paying rent for that spot. And I ended up, in a nutshell, having to fucking leave almost immediately. Now, I'm rooted in this area. Like, I've been living at the fucking Fraser River for a long time, like a year. Basically a year, almost, I think it was a year right around on almost the same day, actually. And I had to fucking pack my shit and figure out how the hell to get this damn thing out. And no word of a lie, the city was actually starting to concrete block the shoulder of the road. Like, in other words, I wouldn't be able to get my trailer out. Like, it was literally like a fucking video game. Like, you had to get out before the city started blocking in and basically locking you in there, quarantining you into this property. Now, I had to leave, and I needed to find a place. And I really fucking lucked out. Let's just say this, folks. There is no way I would be able to have this kind of setup with my last spot because I had no power. And right now, I got fucking power. And it has been a fucking game changer. It has changed, like, and what I mean by power is I'm still limited. Like, I can't just fucking flip everything on. I still gotta preserve it. But it is unlimited power, which I can use the microwave for fuck's sakes. It's unbelievable. Like, my fridge now is being powered by electricity and not propane, so I'm saving money with that. Like, this has just been a huge, and I used to have all this shit. You guys all know that. Like, I had an apartment and all that shit. Like, I've lived a real normal life my entire life. But fuck, slowly working into some of these things that we take for granted again was mind blowing. I couldn't believe how luxurious I felt. Like, I felt like now, ultimately, I can like host. Like, I wasn't like embarrassed, like, hey man, you can't turn the lights on or whatever, like, or having to fucking rip the generator on to get it going. And, like, these were things that I didn't have to think about anymore. And there's a whole new aspect of my life that has completely changed outside of that. I mean, there's a ton of, let's listen. I don't have running water. I have to still fill up jugs and then fill up my tank. This isn't luxurious trailer life, but this is fucking top tier shit. This isn't legendary. This is kind of like king status. Fucking somebody living in a trailer came in here right now, they'd be popping a fucking boner. No Viagra required. I'm telling you, it's pretty awesome. I got a 32-inch 720 HD TV mounted in my little living room. Killing it. Now, mind you, I still have to fucking bucket my own shit. Like, there's some things that I'm still not there yet. I'm still not at the top fucking tier. I'm climbing that fucking ladder though. And yeah, it's embarrassing. Like, like when I empty the black water tank, like, I mean, that's why normal people would hire somebody and they just hook the hose up and you don't smell shit, literally. But here I got to bucket the thing because I'm not spending 100 and fucking whatever dollars every month having these guys. I'm cheap. I can do it myself. I can fucking do it myself. Sure, it's a dirty job. Somebody's got to fucking do it. And I ain't paying for it. So that somebody is me. So I mean, it's been night and day. And not only that, I'm not dealing with the property owners at the last spot. The guy was an absolute fucking sketch bag. And yes, I will say, like there was times that, everything was working fine and we partied and shit, but like the guy had a massive cocaine addiction and like, hey bud, you mind like sending me that rent early? And it's like, dude, you own yachts. Why the fuck are you bothering me for a couple $100? Like, but it's in the past. And I lived that kind of chunk, and here I am now. And now my setup, I got the last spot was dirt and water, right? So I had this dirt fucking pit right in front of me where I had my fire pit, and then the Fraser River. Now I've got grass, 2 fucking bird feeders, a nice little fire, not the same size as before. It's a little fire pit. I can still cook on it. I can still fucking party around it, still burn pallets. Like, it's a nice little pit, but I got grass now and 2 fucking bird feeders. And I'm still surrounded by blackberry bushes. Like, God damn, fucking living it up. Now, mind you, I'm right beside the train tracks. And what I mean by that is like maybe 20 feet. So that train shakes the fucking house. right to its core, and it's loud. Like there's a cross right over here, so it fucking hammers on that horn. And for a while. So yeah, there's some ups and downs of this luxurious, first tier trailer life. I'm happier than a pig in shit though. I am. I'm really happy. But I mean, to everybody who's like still thought about van life, like it literally will, you will really value things that a lot of times you just don't think about. And I know I've talked about this before, but I haven't really ranted like this. I haven't really reflected on this transition to anybody, like other than probably my best friend or my mom, but like I'm really lucky. And like this transition has happened so flawlessly, it's almost getting better before it's getting worse. Like most people get to a point doing this off grid living and they're like, fuck this, man. I need a fucking hot shower. And I get it. I do miss that. There's a lot of things that I don't have that I still have to, kind of make exceptions for, but it's pretty peaceful. And I really do value a lot of the little things. I think my tolerance for people has been a lot like I don't know. I've just become a different and more well, I'm getting old too. Cuz I don't want to fucking yeah, I'm just getting old. Saw a couple white fucking chest hairs sprout like in real time. And I was like, oh, fuck, getting there. Getting there, bud. But that's the story of where I'm at right now. It's incredible having it's a very different atmosphere. It's much quieter outside of the train, but it's been nice. And again, I can still have a fire. I can still do and live like the life that I've always never really wanted to abandon, which was just being able to have access to some of these, to me, extremely enjoyable activities, which is chopping wood and fucking having a fire and just sitting around it, listening to tunes or podcasts or whatever. And now it's just I'm so grateful that I've been able to do it again. Like I was fucking terrified, man. I was like, where am I gonna go? Like I'm gonna have to like where would I park this goddamn thing? So I'm really lucky that everything just worked out. I don't know, man. So happy 4th of July. And I am really happy to not just get that out of the way, but like now you guys are up to speed and you guys kind of know my situation cuz I mean, you all care ultimately. That's why you fucking listen. So yeah, things are good. Things are fucking good. And I'm looking forward to ranting. I got fucking ton of shit that I want to bitch about. And that's what happened, kids. When you get to a certain age, you just bitch because it's fun. It's the only like activity that you do outside of work. No, actually, that's not true because you're bitching the entire time at work. But I'm looking forward to bitching outside and to you guys a lot more often. And I hope you guys are too. One last thing. I am playing this pig roast show. It's July 27th. It's in uh, Dunsfeld. Just message me. It's a pig roast. So you spend the night. It's a bunch of trailers. It's fucking nuts, man. And a real pig is actually fucking walking around. I forget what his name was, but he was a friendly pig. Huge fucking pig. Don't worry. It's like the farm pet. So it's not the pig that's getting roasted. That's really morbid. But it's a fucking time. I'm a real good salesman now, aren't I? But if you want to come down, that'll be a lot of fun. That's July 27th, just north of Toronto. So it's a bit of a drive, but it'll be a good old time. And another thing, I went through my merch. I'm almost out of a lot, and it will not be coming back. Patches are fine. So if you don't have a patch right now, I've got a ton of patches. But as far as t-shirts go and bandanas go and shot glasses, I'm really running low. So if you're interested, head on over to my Bandcamp. Or if you want to skip those Bandcamp fees, you can always just message me and I'll send it to you myself. So you guys enjoy your July 4th, your happy Independence Day. We just had Canada Day, so everyone's been partying nonstop. I think the entire week is going to be a write-off for everybody. So enjoy your time. Cheers, y'all. Stay dusty and be safe out there. Love y'all. We'll see you soon.
I'm living in a van playing outlaw tunes. Life with Johnny No Cash. Smoking them smokes and drinking that booze. Life with Johnny No Cash. Where I go, how the fuck I'll know. I'm off the grid on dusty roads. There ain't no better way of eating beans.